Let's go to the beach each. Nicki Minaj. We're at the last free response question. The amount of bacteria in thousands found on the beach has been steadily declining. Well, thank goodness for that. Scientists want to create a regression model to show the number of bacteria as a function of years. So 1, 2, 3, some bacteria in thousands, whatever that means. Lots of bacteria, less bacteria, good. What's a logarithmic regression equation that could model this situation? Well, that's going to appear as ln reg in our TI-84 plus. So what we're going to do is we're going to go off to the side. Okay, we're going to type all this information. We're going to stat edit, type in all that information, and then we're going to get ourselves an equation and use that equation to help us answer for B and C, because B and C are going to ask us how many years, blah, 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 how much bacteria, blah, blah, blah. And so we're going to do not only coming up with our equation, but we're going to do some reg-EQ stuff. So storing the reg-EQ. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. If you don't, just watch the video. Let's do part A. You'll see what I mean. All right, let's get gross and talk about bacteria. We'll go to stat, edit. We're doing a logarithmic regression equation, which is ln reg. So this is the direction that we go in. Type in your numbers like so. Go over here, your bacteria in thousands. We have to keep that in mind. 9.9, 7.8, 6.7. Don't make a typo. So far, I think I'm good. 5.8. All right, now B and C looks like we're going to need to use this equation later. So not only am I going to come up with an equation, I'm going to store that equation in my calculator. So yeah, we're going to go to stat. Yeah, we're going to go to calc. Okay, ln reg is right there at 9, so we can click 9. That is your logarithmic equation, and ln reg pops up. Again, we need to store this, so we're going to go to store reg EQ, vars, go right to y vars, enter, and now that's going to store it in y equals once I hit calculate. And I need to hit calculate so I can answer A, and A is going to be gross. 9.885 plus, well, minus 2.939 ln of x. So let's go off there and write that out. So for part A, I ended up with y equals 9.885 minus 2.939 ln of x. Gorgeous. How many years until there are 2,000 bacteria? Well, 2,000 bacteria will show up as 2. So at some point we're going to hit 2, and I'm going to run to my calculator, go to the y equals thing, plug in 2, and find out where my ln equation and this 2 will intersect, and that'll give me the answer that I need. Alright, so now that we have that equation, part 2 is asking me how many years until there are 2,000 bacteria in a sample on the beach. So we want to find when this equals 2,000 bacteria. Now, that means we use 2. So I'm going to go to y equals and use 2 and plug that in. And hopefully we see everything. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. My eyes are bad. So I'm going to go to window and I'm going to extend my x value to 20. And that should be more than enough to see the intersection take place. So hit graph. There you go. Now what I want to do is I want to find out where those guys intersect. So second, calc, 5 will let me do that. So let's scroll a little bit closer. Enter. Go to the right a bunch of times. Oh, did I not hit enter? I guess I did. Let's try it again. Enter. Now let's do the second one. Go to the right a little bit. Good. Enter. Enter. And we're looking at 14.627 years. 14.627 years. So let's go over and write that out. 14.627 years. Okay. How many bacteria can be found in a sample after 6 years? This actually is a lot friendlier. All we have to do is just go to the table. So let's go to the table and see what happens. Part C is asking us how many bacteria can be found in a sample after 6 years. So this is pretty friendly. So we're just going to go to second table. We could see 6 already. Oh, I still have my old guy there. Don't worry about it. We're looking at y sub 1 because that's where our equation lived. Y sub 2 is just us plugging in for 2000, so don't worry about that. But we get 4.619, which means 4,619. So let's go back and write that out. Now the number that we got was 4.619, but what that means in this case is 4,619 whatever. Bacterium. All right, so that concludes our Unit 2 practice test. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you study your little keisters off and get good grades. And if you do, come back and tell me how great you did, because I care about each and every one of you. All of my subscribers, all 1 million of you. I'm projecting this into the future. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.